Hey everybody, it's Kim with Fortunate Creations. It is probably about 3 a.m. and the coyotes were really, really loud, so I couldn't sleep. So Fritz couldn't sleep, actually, and he woke me up. So I figured I would practice my Tunisian crochet. Again, it is a challenge to try to get my crochet on camera as well as me. But, all right, so I'm following Michael from MDL, and he's doing a stitch swatch, teaching all the different Tunisian crochet stitches. This is the third in the video, third in the series. This one I have trouble with. This was the second one. I just didn't get this one that well. So this is the basic, this was the full, and this is whatever the next one is. I can't remember the name. But this one I struggle with. It's you go through the spaces for the stitches. This one here is my favorite. It looks like you're knitting. Look at that. I love that. So far with the Tunisian stitches that I've learned, this one is my favorite. So yeah, I figured I'd just pop out a little video so you guys can see me practicing doing my swatch. And I'm going to move on to the next one. So last night, ooh, Fritzy's my dog, in case you don't know. He was on high alert the whole time when we were sitting at the campfire. So right now I'm in my camper. I know it's September 29th, but my family and I are trying to keep our camping going as long as possible. So I do have my stash here. Just trying to keep the summer alive as long as we can. So we sat out till about 9:30, 10 o'clock last night. Family hanging out at the fire. It was nice. It's always nice to hang out with my siblings. I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate to have a close family like that. So, all right. So that is the end of this one. So I'm going to have to set this aside for now because I haven't learned the next stitch. But I did bring my actual project that I'm working on. Hopefully this is going to be my sweater, my cardigan. I know that is a tall tale for my first project for two reasons. One, I've never done a cardigan before in any kind of crochet. And two, I'm so new at Tunisian that, could be quite a challenge trying to figure out where I am on this process right here. All right, so all right, that goes back through here. Okay. So yeah, I'm practicing new stitches while trying to keep this one going. And the problem is I keep forgetting what stitch I'm doing. So I keep pulling it out and starting over, which is what I'm going to have to do now because I missed a stitch. So I'm going to have to go back in here and it looks like I missed a stitch right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this row out. Doesn't look like one of those kids' snakes. Alright, so if I slide this, yeah, it looks like I missed one. So I'm going to go all the way back. One more row to where it's just one loop, and we're going to start there. And I think I'm actually doing the stitch that I don't like that much, but The way I'm doing it here, it seems like the edges are lining up. So I'm not that concerned about it. As far as the way this one looks right here compared to the way this is working up, it's working up okay. So I'm going to go with it. Like I said, this is a practice. If it works into a sweater, that would be amazing. If not, I consider it practice. That's kind of what I consider all my projects that I start. And if I have to frog them, it's just practice. Right? So I did 75 stitches on this, which fit with plenty of room across my back. So in my head, this is the back panel of my cardigan sweater. So I'm not working on a pattern. I'm just picturing a baby sweater that I did once, and I'm just making it my size. So I hope it works. I have the pattern in my head, and the baby sweater came out beautiful. So all you got to do is just increase it in size and remember what the heck I did. Just watching to see if the sun's coming up yet. Not yet. So yeah, last night those coyotes were crazy. So they started yipping yapping while we were at the fire. And I put Fritzy in a stroller so he can sit next to us all without, because he's so little, I don't want him on the ground in the dark. People step on him and stuff. So he's sitting in his stroller, but instead of laying down and watching the fire like he normally does, he just was up with his ears perked. And every once in a while he'd go, poof. That's his way of letting me know he wants to bark, but he won't yet, or he's preparing to bark. So I kept him close. We could hear them. I mean, they're certainly not going to come bother us, but I mean, he's teeny tiny. So obviously, if he hears a predator in the area, he's going to be worried. We were thinking that the coyotes had something down, something cornered because of the way they were yipping. Plus, it's the time of year where they're training their babies how to hunt. So they're going to be extra noisy. But obviously, no harm, no foul. They're not going to bother us. They're not going to come, within 100 yards of us. So they want nothing to do with humans, kind of like we want nothing to do with them, right? So since nobody's up and I don't like to go outside in the dark, I'm just sitting here crocheting for a bit. This is the time when I try to catch up on all my social media and my website and emails and stuff like that. The problem is I'll get lost on the computer and lose a couple hours. And I don't like to have my face stuck in electronics for a couple hours. So if any of you wonder why I'm not that active on social, that's why. It's because I try not to just live my life through social media. I want to actually live my life. So that's where we're at with that. So I don't know. I hope you're not bored just watching me practice my Tunisian crochet. But I am really, really hooked on this. I'm loving Tunisian. I'm loving the whole process of it. I just think it's pretty, it's easy, and it goes a lot quicker for me. So maybe this will be my new favorite. It's just really fun. I do have to look into better hooks with the cable on it, so I can get, more stitches if I want to do a blanket or something. What I want to do is learn how to do a granny square with Tunisian. Wouldn't that be cool? I'm betting that Michael from MDL has one. or will have one soon enough, right? All right, well, I'm going to go get another cup of coffee. I just wanted to pop in and say hello and share a little bit of crocheting time with you. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you join me for Coffee with Kim, and I'll see you in a couple hours. Remember, always be happy, be kind, and be creative. See you later.